The counselor is hilarious.
Is this
That's
recording?
hard,
Is this recording?
Yeah, it
okay.
is.
Trying to make sure. But yeah, the counselor. But okay. But yeah, man, your coil. So that's interesting. You're growing your coil out, trying to attract.
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm growing it though. I think I'm just looking at what's there.
Okay.
You feel me?
You're
like
looking at the
I'm
coil.
realizing the coil that I already have.
Right. The coil
you
you
know
were
what?
born with.
I think coil has to do with learning.
Okay.
You know, and experience, and just like,
Yeah.
You know, the more you learn, is just like feeling. It's like a fulfillment.
It's like Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, except without lying. It's knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
Hey, that's funny. No, but yeah, I think that's what I'm getting back to, and that's why it's picking up where it left off. It's like, oh, boom, boom, boom. You know,
Right.
these opportunities
Right.
from 5 years ago. Like,
Right.
Like
Start
literally,
surfacing.
like the meeting I had today with the line producer. He said he heard of me in 2012. He was like, he was working with an artist, and like, he was like, my teacher, one of my old teachers, introduced me to him like a couple months ago.
That's crazy.
And we set up the meeting for the day like a minute ago, and then yeah, he just told me, he was like, when I heard Miss Moorhead say your name, I was like, the only other time I've heard Vaughn was like this producer in 2012, and then she mentioned your dad, and I was like, oh yeah, I already knew who you were. So it was like, he was saying to meet me, it was like kind of crazy, and I'm like, bro, that's crazy. And then to have that lady from 5 years ago hit me up about the drum kit, I'm like,
Yeah, that's crazy too.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So the process of like being a musician and making these sounds, what is that like for you? Because it's one thing to, of course, experience sound and experience music and to feel it, listen to the words and go through your own emotions. But it's another thing when you're creating those sounds. What is it like when you're trying to process a new song? Like, what is that process for you? Even when it's coming to like a pack, right? You're making a drum sound or a snare. How do you even session those different ones? Oh, I need this specific cymbal, or I need this specific bass drum. What's that whole process like for you making like one of your best songs, you think?
I think for me, what I base what's good. How would I word that? My preference is always hearing something new, or like I get excited when I do something I never done before, or like, oh, like this is kinky a little bit, you know, to the ear, kinky to the ear a little bit, and it's like,
It's an album.
you know,
Yeah.
that's hard. But nah, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's always a feeling. It's always like, you know, I never like making the same thing, because I feel like I change every day.
Right.
And like, as long as my music is reflecting that, then I know I'm doing something right. You know,
it
it's
makes
like,
it makes your coil tingle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your coil. Does it not? I mean, what does a coil do?
All right, yeah.
Does it spin? It makes a coil spin?
Spin. Yeah. Let's
It's a better way.
exactly. That's how I see the spin better than a tingle. You know? That's crazy. Makes your coil tingle. Wow.
Makes your coil spin.
Spin.
That's nice. And so you're attracting what when you're in this process of making the good stuff?
Whatever God has, you know? Whatever.
So it's Jesus. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. On some Kanye.
It's on some Kanye. Jesus walks.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But nah, on some Vohnny for real. Like,
Vohnny! What?
Yeah.
Vohnny?
I said it.
That's like 10 years from now when Kanye is out the zeitgeist and everybody's not forgotten about it, but it's kind of like on the fringe.
Yeah.
You drop Vohnny and they're like, oh my God, this man made Graduation. So that's pretty dope. That'd be hard, bro. Vohnny?
I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna consider that.
Throw that up. Throw that up. Throw it up to the game. GT Podcast, you heard it here first. Vohnny. The origin story.
The origin story is crazy. You know, the video gonna be stupid.
Got the archival footage and everything.
Literally.
That's perfect. But yeah, man. So you never told me what your favorite song is. For me, it's like, it has to be like a Michael Jackson, not like Thriller, more like PYT or The goddamn girl is mine. The girl is mine. Like I like that softer side. When I was 9 years old, I was in New York, and I would basically listen to him every night.
I feel that.
It was so loud, of course, but like having him in the background was like really amazing. That paired with Garfield. For whatever reason, I watched Garfield, and so it's easy for me to answer that because he literally put me to. I listen to his music to go to sleep every night.
No, I feel that. I used to have the little CD player, one of the silver, you know. Exactly.
And the little bitty like
exactly
phone,
the skinny
headphones
for real.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I used to have that, and I had Michael Jackson #1 hit. So it had like I don't even know if I had #1, and then I had Invincible.
Oh, you got the new one. Yeah.
So I had Butterflies, Break of Dawn. Like those are low key some of my like jams just because of the nostalgia in it. But
what's your like? I know it's kind of hard to answer all the time.
Yeah, best song, man. Because it's so many different eras of my life, and right now I'm in music. I'm in such a place where it's like I really feel like I'm my favorite artist. So like one of the best songs I ever heard might be me right now. You know? Just cause I'm like, nah, like this I made this whole like last year and I still love it.
So let me ask this then. Let me ask this. What was the song that made you go either, oh, I gotta make music, or was like, oh, I've never even thought about it like this?
Okay.
Like a movie, for example. You know what I'm saying? You see a movie, you're like, whoa. When I saw Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey, I was like, I gotta make movies. I gotta make movies. I feel different. Okay. When I heard, it was gonna be crazy, when I heard when I heard Fireflies by Owl City, I don't know what it was about that song. I was like, what? I just see Firefly. I was like, this, I've never heard anything coming from Southern rap. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is crazy. So what song was your like Firefly moment?
It's a few. Can I just list some? Top three. Let's do it. Oh, that's hard still. I was expecting 5. All right.
Okay, 5. No, I'll make it hard, bro. Three. You gotta make the best.
I'm not gonna lie. One of the ones, Flashing Lights.
Oh, yeah.
Flashing Lights.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
That was like, for me, you know, like, you feel me? Like, in the string, Man, what? Flashing Lights, let's go. I'm not gonna lie. Rusty by Tyler.
Okay.
Rusty.
I didn't expect that.
Just because I think that was my that was my introduction to Tyler. And I felt like he was talking to me on that song because this whole verse he's like explaining, like he's like, you know, like shitting on everybody that shits on him, but like he's like making it make sense. Like, come on, bro, like listen to what these niggas are saying. That's just crazy. Like that's just crazy. And I'm like one of the niggas that was like listening to what the niggas was saying, right. Like, you know, cause he came out with Goblin.
Yep.
Yeah, the video.
Yeah.
You know, for Yonkers and stuff. And I was just like, you know, growing up, especially how I grew up in a super Christian household, I'm like,
right,
you know, I hadn't had my own spiritual journey yet.
Yeah.
So it was like, I didn't know. I was like, nah, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to tread in those waters. But junior year, the homies played Rusty for me. Yeah. It was like, like in the beat, and he did the beat. Like, I felt like that was a big moment, just knowing of Tyler, you know, like being able to accept him as a creator, because he is like one of the top inspirations just off of like how he's maneuvered through his career,
right.
And how like, man, he's just one of them. He's I feel like he's one of the only ones in the hip hop R&B world, producer, you know, super producer, artist world that's like getting off the vision of everything, like for real, and like actually trying to tell a story, you know, whether it's real, fictional, like even getting the real stories off in a fictional way, metaphorically. It's like nobody's really testing the limits like that. Nobody's just trying to create something, you know, innovation.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And how do you say as an artist, like what's crazy to me, we were talking about this earlier, people's appetite, you know, their musical diet, as you were saying.
That's what I was just trying to get into.
Yeah, I was treading into that. So like you said something earlier that I thought was crazy when we were at Jay's. It was beautiful. You were saying how some people just, all they consume are 808s. Yeah. That's their vibration. Yeah. You know, so you're kind of, it's why you're kind of sad or deep down or whatever, something's dark going on because you just listen to this boom, boom, boom all the time. Versus some nice synths or some nice little, I don't know, analog pieces or whatever, you know, that are softer.
Or even just live instruments. Or like, live guitar or like, you know, some piano, like something that's just like
real.
Carrying a different, carrying a different frequency and just like, that's why I try to like mesh, like, I try to fill out the spectrum, you know, because like, don't get me wrong, I listen to 808, I listen to trap music, but I just try to balance my diet. Cause I know I'm gonna like, if I'm gonna indulge in there, like let me get some Pink Panthers in my, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you feel me? Like,
I was like, what is this?
Yeah, like I'm sure like, my playlist is all over the place.
Yeah.
But not the diets in general, like just what we consume, like people think of it as food, but it's like our environment, the music, like everything. And there's actually a 808 theory, like where that frequency just like resonates with like depression and like, you know, just like low vibrations, you know, like low vibrations. And it's just like, oh, like it makes sense. And then niggas be smoking, like, you know, it's just like, it all heightens those parts of you. So it's just like you gotta just balance your diet in that sense.
Your sonic diet.
Sonic diet, no cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, I did 2 songs.
Okay. Yeah, you got one more.
One more.
You did Rusty and then
Rusty Flashing Lights.
Yeah.
Let me man. Promise that you will sing about me. Promise that you will sing.
God!
Come on, bro. I said when the lights shut off, and it's my turn to settle down.
My main concern. So what's that song mean to you, Donna Thirst? Sing about me, like why is that? Because for me, it's definitely the beat and of course the lyric. I mean, it's everything. But go ahead.
Exactly. Like first, like I gravitated towards the beat and just like the feeling of it.
God,
like
the beat is crazy.
Man, like
I just don't know.
Yeah, like I was just a feeling type guy, and being a producer is just one of them. It's just like, it's like, oh, it's
just people jamming. They were just jamming.
Man. Promise that you sing about me, don't matter. Promise that you sing about me, fuck. Ooh. Come on, bro. And it's like the transition. You know, it's like the story and then the whole prayer, like, and then
I say it every time.
And then that, I think that's my favorite part of the movie as well. You feel me? Because like that's one of them projects.
Yeah.
That's a movie for real. And that's why I love that's why I had to. Man, that's why I have to like give it. Kendrick, those were perfect. That was perfect. Kendrick, Tyler, and Ye.
Yeah.
Kendrick, Tyler, and Ye. Best. Give me the best 3 songs. Like
I gotta give you that, brother.
Man,
I gotta give you that one.
Because like, just me as a person, like personally, storytelling is like a big thing, and I've always like loved connecting the visual with the music, the lyric and the music. And not to say that Kendrick has always had like great crazy videos, but I'm just saying that the way he got the story off, you can't help but to see it.
You cannot help but see it. It's insane.
You feel me? So it's like,
it's insane.
You know, I could have said a lot of songs. I'm not gonna lie to you, because there was a lot of moments where it's just like, oh, this is the best song I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Because Frank got me, fam. Frank
got me multiple times.
100%.
Like I don't know.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention is Frank for sure.
Frank Ocean for sure, because we talking about
the production is crazy.
We talking about storytelling, like.
What is something outside of music that you say that you came across, be it a physical item, or an experience that you had that you thought, oh wow, this is possibly, like, I've never had an experience quite like this before. It's top tier. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever had an experience like that yourself?
Outside of music?
Outside of music.
Recently with the plays.
Oh, that's right. You were in some plays.
Yeah.
That's right. You were acting.
Yeah. First time acting, you know, and shout out to Haley Dyer.
Yeah, shout out.
Friend of mine, and amazing director,
Yeah.
amazing actor.
Yeah.
Amazing multi-talented, you know, creator.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up getting the lead role in her play.
Mm-hmm.
So that experience it definitely opened my mind in a completely different way to plays in general, and like acting, what acting is. Because at first it was like the audition, like you could see, like I guess I found somewhere, you know, I found a spot where like you could see the potential. Like they were just like, oh, that was crazy. You know? But once I started like learning the lines and like getting to know the lines, it was like I felt like I was acting a lot of the time, and like just like you know, like, and then it was like 2 shows, I think, like the last 2 weeks, and then the community in general, like the community, like the people, like especially the people that this play attracted. It was just like some beautiful people, and like of all walks, just like, oh, we're all going through these transformations, and like just like battling, you know, whether battling something and releasing something. And that's why it's crazy that I was dropping this project, The Idols, around the same time. It was just like a huge release, and that's the theme of the project, releasing things that kept me idle. And like doing that play, it was giving me the actual, because my only outlet to express myself has been music. The play gave me a new way to express myself and actually like physically express myself, you know. And it's like, especially doing it on command, and like not just film, because you know, film you have redos. In this moment you have to improv at every moment, because you're just feeding off each other. It's a flow for real. So it's like, it was a great experience, bro. Like I think that was like,
it sounds like a phenomenal experience.
Yeah,
sounds like it really changed.
Yeah, I think it changed everybody that was a part of that, for real.
Yeah,
like literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's dope.
Well, man, I mean, I guess my last thing really for you would be, what does high quality mean to you? Like, what does value mean to you? I was really thinking about this a bit earlier, about brands and how you build trust. Not just brands, but not just big companies, but like individuals. Yeah. Right? And so if you're in a community, and let's say you're trying to make it through the top of that community, right? You start off, you just got to a town, you don't know anybody, and you have a service. Well, your responsibility as whatever it is you're trying to do, if you're trying to do that thing for the rest of your life, is to make sure people see value in you. So that way they build trust in you. So that way you can turn that trust and that value into opportunities to be able to continue churning to do what you want to do.
But I think for me, it'll always boil down to the diet. Like
what you're consuming.
Yeah, and like, so high quality, I think what high quality would mean to me in that sense is anything that is feeding you, you know, anything that's giving back to you. If I'm giving my energy, my time to this, like, not in a sense where it's just like, oh, you know, oh, not no like social media self-care, like, oh, if it ain't serving you, don't serve. You feel me? It's not on that. You feel me? It's like just in a way where it's like actually doing better for my body, like my mental, like in a way where it's like, I don't know, like I feel like we make things so much harder than they have to be by like all these false idols in a way, and like thinking, oh, I'm, you know, like having these false standards and shit, and just like things get in the way of just you being you. Yeah. You know, like, so it's like anything that keeps you here, you know, like you, like spiritually, body, mentally, you know, like here and like comfortable and good and going. I think that's what high quality is. I think like anything that's pushing the boundaries of humanity, anything that's like introducing something new to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, like any space that you're learning in, any space where you're getting love, like those are like higher vibration, like, you know, spaces.
You're just expanding your consciousness with these different things. Yeah.
You know?
Anything that really expands your already existing life and conscious will of course be, I guess, considered high quality because it's new.
Yeah.
You can't really, I guess, call it bad if it changed you.
Cause you were saying it though, because like everything's good and bad is relative,
right?
And it's like we always try to. Me and Haley just had this conversation the other day too. We always try to like go back and try to correct something, feeling like, oh, we didn't do it the right way. But what's the right way for real? Why not just trust? Why not just trust? Like, oh, okay, like it is what it is. Like that didn't mess up anything for me. You know, so like.
All that double think, all those double thoughts.
Exactly. Good. And you just did it. You just did it to yourself. You allowed yourself not to be you already.
I fell into it, man.
Oh, man.
So with that, guys, just remember to be yourself. Thank you for joining me, Vaughn. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching and listening to Good Taste. Peace.
Peace.
Be easy.